Hey, this is Raccoon's deck profile. We're in Golden Sun, and this is Alex.
Hey.
And this is the deck that was playing in one of the videos.
Yeah, it was against Jacob's For Fuck's Sake deck.
For Fuck's Sake deck. Yeah, FFS deck.
FFS deck, yeah.
Alright, so here's the deck profile. Raccoons.
So yeah, basically these are the guys that started it all off. This was basically the first of our support.
From Shadow Spectres, yeah.
Yeah, from Shadow Spectres. Pompoko, when he's normal summoned, special summon any level 2 beast from our deck in face down defense position. Usually it's going to be this guy who, when he's flipped, he special summons one from the deck in face up. We have the new support. This card gave the deck such a big boost. Basically, you discard one and then you target one beast type in your graveyard, and then you special summon it in either a face-up attack position or face-down defense position. So basically, as long as you have a beast type in grave, you can either special summon the one in grave, or you can discard a beast and then special summon that one. Then we have the one-offs. We have Trior, which is the strongest of our level 2 beasts. Basically, this opens up OTK tactics. As long as if you control another beast type other than this card, you can make a monster gain 1,000. So you can either do it on like Unicorn or
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is the best one because then that's 5k damage. 5k damage on the board right there. Then we have Fabled Cerebral. This gives us access to the Fabled Synchros, which we'll talk about when we get to the extra deck. Another great card. And also, it's a tuner, but also it has, because of its effect, it has great interactions with Valorthorn here. So you discard this with Valorthorn, and then you, after this is done resolving, this special summons itself from the graveyard. So good interaction there. Then we have Wind Up Kitten. This card, basically you can target one monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand.
It's gone pulse then, yeah.
So yeah, basically this is really good, this format, because there's not a lot of monsters either can't be destroyed or get effects when they are destroyed, so this gets over the problem monsters. Kalantosa, I was running this at 2, but recently I've bumped it down to 1, mostly because its effect isn't as potent as it used to be, but still it's a very good card. Usually you don't want to get this out with Obedience School, you want to get it
keep it in the deck.
Yeah, you want to keep it in the deck so you can get it off a Tantan flip. That's when it's at its most powerful. So yeah, moving on. We have 2 Beast King Barbaros.
That's an interesting deck.
Honestly, it's not. You'd think it'd be dead, but it's not. It's not that dead most of the time, because basically, if you have Obedience Schooled, you go into first turn Leo, which can spell game against many decks.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the monsters done. That's 15 monsters in all.
Yep.
Now on to the spells. We have the best card in the deck, Obedience Schooled. This basically gave... as I said before, Pompoko and Tantan started it off, but Obedience School gave the deck a much-needed boost.
Was it released a set after?
Yeah. It was a TCG exclusive in Legacy of the Valiant. If you control no monsters, special summon level 2 or lower beast type effect monsters with different names from the deck. Their effects are negated, and then for the rest of the turn you can only special summon beasts.
It's not even once per turn, so...
Yeah, so if it gets negated and you've got another one, just do it all over again.
What do you usually take out from the deck with the 3 beasts?
Usually you go for
still alive, by the way.
Usually, it
Depends on your hand as
yeah,
well,
it depends on the hand, but usually you want to get him out, so he's in grave for Valorthorn.
Yeah.
She comes out by her own. There you go.
Wind up.
Tantan as well, because you said it earlier.
Yeah, and Tantan.
Yeah.
Assuming that this is in your hand. If this isn't in your hand, and say you've got like Tantan, you probably like reverse it. So that and then.
Yeah.
Then we have I was a bit on edge about playing this card at 3, but after looking it up, it made me realise that you do need to play this card at 3. So basically, it's Monster Reborn for beast types. So you special summon it, and then your opponent's monsters lose 200 attack for each beast, plant, or winged beast in your graveyard. Although obviously we're going to only be playing beasts. Then we have triple MST, very much needed in this sort of a format. So yeah, vanities, skill drain, cards that can just completely shut us down, just sent away by this card. So yeah, very much needed at 3. And then we have the one-offs, Bookamoon and Raigeki. I've seen some builds cut this out, but honestly I don't know what I would take out for these two. If they're dead in hand, just ditch them with Valorthorn, I say. So that's the spells. That's I believe 12. No wait. It's 12 spells. Yeah.
11.
11. Yeah, 11. Okay. Now onto the traps. We have Burst Rebirth. You may be wondering why I would play 2 of this. This makes sure that you want to get this effect off as often as possible. 2k life point cost is very high, but in the end it's worth it. And also it just is, if it's dead, just discard it with Valorthorn.
Yeah.
Then we have the trap stuns. If you can get OTK and you've got this card on board, just flip this up and then you're laughing. It's really good.
Yeah.
So some people are playing 3 trap stun, but I instead am playing 2 and 1 of these. Wiretap. If I don't have OTK on board and I feel like I'm gonna lose my fill before I can even get that setup going, then this is a good card to help you out.
Okay.
Then we have 2 Fiendish Chain. This used to be very good at 3, but usually because Trapstun is flying about everywhere these days, you want to run it at 2, because this on the field can be really devastating, especially when you've got 4 other face downs and then you've got Obedient School in hand, but you can't activate it because this is still on the field. So yeah, still good card though. We also play 2 breakthroughs. For one thing, it can hit cards like Lone Fire or say Merlin, any card that could like get through Fiendish. This card hits, so that's good in a way. Also, any decks that like to use monster effects during your turn, you can just chain this engrave. We have 2 dim prisons. It's good when it goes off, but usually it gets popped before I get to use it. So yeah, that's always annoying when it happens. But yeah, it happens. Then we have the 3 ofs. Don't play Torrential because it's not so hot this format. Solemn basically just says no, that summon never happened, negates their existence. Compulse says go back to hand please, and Bottomless just says okay, especially amusing when they pendulum summon.
Pretty standard those guys.
So yeah. So yeah, that's it for the traps and the main deck as a whole.
So you got about 14 traps then, yeah?
Yeah, 14 traps. 40 card deck.
Extra deck.
Extra deck. We'll go for the synchros first. We have Leo. Leo amazingly good card this format. If this card, basically you get it out with this, although sometimes I have managed to get it through using 5 level 2 beasts, including this thing. But yeah, again, that's not of course that's not the most ideal situation you want to get it out in. You want to usually get it out with this thing. Then we have probably the most used synchro in my deck.
Very easy to summon.
Yeah, very easy to summon. Yeah, when a spell card is activated, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, negate the activation, and destroy it. And that's not once per turn either. So you can basically just like their whole hand can become dead if you're up against the right deck. So like Clipforts, they can do nothing against this card. It's very difficult for them to deal with this. So yeah, that's Cherry Beast. We also have his counterpart here, which is lesser used, mostly because it's one, it's not a beast, and 2, it's a level 6, which is not the most ideal number in Raccoons, because you have to get rid of 3 monsters in order for it
to make one guy.
Yeah. But the thing is, with Barkion, it's mostly worth it because it's got inbuilt protection against traps.
Other than counter traps, of course.
Yeah, short of Solemn or like Black Horn, this card will most likely hit the field. Then we have the Fabled Duo.
Could that be Unicorn?
Unicorn. Basically, if you and your opponent have the same number of cards in your hand, then their side of the field is on complete lockdown. They cannot do anything. And then we have Kadabi. I wasn't playing this card to begin with, but it's not that useful. It's only for when like you open Obedient Scald and Cerberus, because then you can go in instead of doing your standard Beast and Sandayu play, you can do Kadabi and Sandayu and have like, because this basically acts like a 4th Sandayu when you have 0 cards in hand. Then we have the non-beast synchros. So we have Balmung. Usually I just use it as a beater. If it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 level 4 or lower level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard.
Usually what?
Usually a level 2 beast, but of course if this is engraved, moving, very nice segue, you'd go for this. This is Herald of the Arclight, level 4 synchro generic. Any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. So basically, if this is on the field against BAs or Shadows, that stops them in their tracks a bit. And also, during either player's turn, when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated, you contribute the card, negate the activation, and destroy it. There is another effect, but we don't use that because we don't run rituals.
That's Armades.
Yes, Armades. Don't go into him that often, but I have been into him once or twice. That's the synchros.
Xyz now.
Xyz, we have
the main Xyz. You run 3 of them as well.
Yep, run 3. Never run less. I have used all 3 in a duel once. It does happen.
I think you frequently use 3.
I don't know that number.
No, I usually like to use 1 or 2 during a duel, but if it goes on longer than I expect, then yeah, 3 is not uncommon. Basically, while I control another beast, this can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. So basically get 2 of these on the field and you can protect yourself for a little while.
Copies the attack as well.
yeah, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, special summon one Raccoon token, level 1 beast, and its attack becomes equal to the attack of the attack of the highest attack monster on the field. We have Downer Magician. We only play one. I don't go into it as often as you'd like say go into it say like in Burning Abyss. But yeah, if you have like a dead rank 2, you can just slap this on top of it. Usually you don't do it on Sundial because chances are Sundial's actually putting in more work than this is ever going to do. So yeah, you only go into this if you're really out of options. We have Yugioh Phoenix, helps with again combos well with Tree Otter. So basically, one of the OTK setups is you get if you have this and another beast, make this 2/5, and then overlay the other 2 beasts into Sundial. Get a 2/5 token, detach this to make it attack twice, and then that's
pretty good.
That's 8/5 damage on the board. If there are no monsters, of course. But yeah, you're guaranteed to get at least a fair bit of damage on board. These last 2 are fairly not used that often.
There's not that many useful rank 2s.
We have Gachi. I go into it sometimes. What's interesting about this is, like, say you have Beast on board, and then this would be on 26, and then, however, when you have Sundial on the field,
then you can copy 2/6.
You copy 2/6. However, because of this, the token comes out at 3k. So
it's even more over that guy.
So yeah, that's a nice little piece of card interaction right there. So yeah, that's Gachi, and then we have the last one, which I don't think I think I've used it literally like once. But
used to be really good until this came out.
Yeah. It's still all right. May get rid of it. But at the moment, it's like one of the only few options we've got, so might as well play it. And then we have the tokens! Dope. Thanks for Jam for giving me those sleeves. And that's Raccoons.
Alright then, cheers Alex. That'll be the Raccoon deck profile. Okay, cheers mate.